hey, bro, I'm a rapper. Hey, I'll throw you a couple bucks to play my song.
Oh, man, if you're a rapper and I got to play the song you made that I don't even know, that's $500.
Dude comes up. He's like, yo, dog, bro, all my people here. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, fine. I jumped on him like, hey, man, we got a new artist in the building. His name is Woo Up the Bam. This is the record. And everybody looked like your people didn't. For you to have everyone here, like, none of your people saying the shit. Nobody wild out to the record to make it look doper than what the fuck it is.
Yeah. Did he at least learn his lesson at that moment?
I don't know what the fuck he learned.
Did did his face at all say like, oh, damn, I got to get back to, like, did he leave? Did he put his drink down and go back to the studio?
Well, all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they stand.
All right, let's go, champ. I'm excited, man. Special guest, welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. We got the beast on the beats.
What up, though?
The turntable titan. I've never heard you DJ, but I've only heard great things.
For sure.
And actually, the episode that came out today with Oreo, he was talking about how you're an incredible DJ. And I had some questions about something that may have happened in the West Loop. I don't know if you want to get into that or not.
I'm with whatever, bro. I'm an open book.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
We'll get into it for sure then. But welcome, Slot A.
Yes, sir.
Producer extraordinaire.
For sure.
Full-time DJ.
For sure.
I remember when you made the transition over.
Yeah.
That's big shit.
Shit. You know, all right. So I worked at Apple during that time.
Yeah.
And had it not been for the shit that I learned at Apple, I don't know if this would be possible.
Why? Like, what do you mean?
So downstairs, every time you go into an Apple store, there's numerous teams that work in there. So you got your Genius Bar, you got your sales team, management team, but downstairs we have our business team. And they work in sales. So there's a whole system called a CRM, which is a contact relationship manager. You technically have that shit on your phone, but you might not be utilizing it that way. Like, there are tons of people right now in their settings, and I'm sorry, this is really nerdy, but like, you're not keeping a conversation past 30 to 90 days.
In my text threads?
Yeah, in your text threads.
Okay.
You can keep that shit forever. That's normally what I suggest, because their CRM basically works. It basically puts your reminders, the text thread, your contacts all in one app. And so normally you'll meet somebody, bro, and y'all exchange Instagram information. That shit's dumb as fuck. Don't do it. Because I can get lost in your algorithm, bro. Particularly if that person's a worthwhile contact.
Yeah. But
there's also no point of reference to keep up with the conversation. So what I started doing was I downloaded this shit called a CRM. And what it allowed me to do was it allowed me to keep track of where our conversation was, where I met you, put details in there. And because this shit is an 80-20 game, like, there's tons of places that you play, but you know the ones that's bullshit versus the ones that really pay you well.
Mm-hmm.
So you only got, all right, let's just say it's 4 weeks in a month. That's Friday, Saturday. You got 8 days to book. Technically, you got 12 or 16, depending on how you like to work. But you know to hit up that, like, for me, East Room, when that shit was open, was like one of my favorite rooms to play in, but they also paid well. So I knew they only worked monthly. All right, bet. Let me book the next 3 months with you. I would keep up with the conversation. I would set up reminders and shit. All right, bet. Because a lot of times, dog, you get a motherfucking manager's phone number, dog. You gonna forget that shit. You gonna forget who this person was because this person's not in your mind. You set up reminders for that shit. You start locking in things. And so you just remember, I keep track of who pays me what.
Right.
And then I hit them up first. Hey, let me book this shit out with you.
Yeah.
So now my whole calendar's filling up. And now I don't have shit to worry about for 3 months. And
you learned all this shit from being at the basement of the Apple store.
Yeah, because their business team, they do that shit all day. Like, they would go, they would do sales. Like, they are the highest, outside of just people working on the floor, they have the highest sales, period. And so we might have like an $11,000, $12,000, $20,000 day from each individual person that's on the floor. They might have goose egg for like maybe 2 days. And the next day it's 3 million.
Yeah. That's
big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're on the floor, it's non-commission, but down there it's commission. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they're what are they selling? Like they're talking to schools, and schools are placing orders for a whole computer lab full of computers and shit.
Small businesses, big businesses, everything.
Yeah.
And so, all right, cool. So what ends up happening is I found out that your DJ strategy, you have a small business that you're working on, but you also have intentions of hiring out other people. I've already talked to you and probed for this shit on the floor, right? After we get your sale, we lock in that receipt. Damn, I really shouldn't. This is some shit they probably have an NDA on. But we send it down to our business team. They follow up with you. They really found out your needs and shit. And from there, with your projection, like you might not necessarily be ready to buy today. Your shit might be, I don't know, 6 months down the line. But if I remember where that conversation was, I set up my reminders to keep in contact with you and see how things are going, because if you're a business, you have to forecast, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So do they do the forecasting for me? They say this guy's going to need this in 6 months.
You're already doing your forecasting. You're already doing your forecasting. I'm keeping up with your conversation though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you've met hella people in nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 things that a lot of people tend to forget: names, faces, and what the fuck we talked about last.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You might have at that moment a fire inside joke with a motherfucker, bro, but that shit leaves you quick.
Yeah. So what do? You're marking it down in your phone. You're setting a reminder. Met this motherfucker. He does this. This is what we talked about.
Yeah.
And then it pops back up. That's tight because you're freeing up room in your head for other shit, like making beats and doing cool shit.
For sure.
Not hoarding useless. It's not useless information. It gets you gigs in that and whatnot. But
I'm not hoarding dumb shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if we have a joke that we're sending over text, I'm not keeping up with that. That's whatever.
Right.
But if you said, "Hey man, I might have a play for you in May," I have a follow up for that shit.
Yeah. That's dope. That's good. That's useful information. That's what we like over here.
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
But how'd you get started in this whole music game? You're not from Chicago.
Nah, I'm originally from Ypsilanti, Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. They're kind of like sister cities, kind of like how Evanston and like Skokie are. Okay. There's like one street that separates them.
Yeah.
But you're talking about Eastern Michigan University of Michigan right there. Go fucking Blue. What up though? But shit, my brother, all right, my father passed away when I was 7. My brother inherited his car, which was a Chrysler Baron. My brother Brandon is like 9 years older than me.
I got an older brother named Brandon as well.
No shit.
Yeah.
For sure. My brother was into the streets and shit at one point or another, and he robbed him up allegedly.
There you go.
Stole excavated a 10-inch subwoofer out of a person's car and brought it into his world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he was installing it in the back. He was installing this shit while my mom was gone. And what was that shit? Doggy Style just dropped.
Snoop.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. This is how long ago this shit was. And we already used to be in the basement. My dad used to have all these, you remember like comedy records and shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
We had like a belt drive. I still had a turntable in my basement right now, in my storage and shit. But we used to be scratching Richard Pryor records. It's like, wash your pussy, like all sorts of crazy shit. And then when my brother got the 10 though, he told me, don't touch the motherfucking speaker, but he walked away. So while like, I think it was Doggy World or some shit, I touched it and I was like, all right, I want to figure out whatever the fuck is making this speaker do this. I want to do that.
Yeah.
And so shit, 2000 freshman year, eighth grade going into freshman year. Mom went to Circuit City like normal, trying to grab some shit for the crib. And I went over there to the software section and they had like Acid
Pro.
Yeah, Acid Pro.
Probably even maybe before Acid
Soundforge.
Pro, just Acid maybe. I don't even know.
It was like 3.0, so it was Pro.
Okay.
Yeah, that and Soundforge. And so from there I just started learning how to make beats, and then I went to an alternative, like it was kind of like an art school. It's called Community High School. It was so artsy that our logo was like a fucking zebra. It was like a rainbow zebra. That's what the fuck it was.
Okay. All right. I see the vision.
You're friendly. I appreciate that. For sure. But there, a homie of mine, Adam, got Fruity Loops 3 on a CD. And so during our lunch, we had like an hour lunch. You could leave campus. So we used to go to his crib wasn't that far. We used to have beat battles at his house.
That's dope. So when you were making stuff on SoundForge and Acid Pro, were you sampling? Did you know about sampling at that point, or were you just...
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing until I got to Fruity Loops. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah, no.
Because they used to have them CDs where they used to have like all them loops and shit. It used to be me literally putting a bunch of loops on top of each other.
Right.
But there wasn't really any real production. The shit that really got me into wanting to make beats was like jungle
like
drum
music?
and bass.
Drum and bass. Oh, yeah. Shit. Okay. Yeah, because I remember I was probably around the same age, like 8th grade, going into freshman year.
Yeah.
My brother starts rapping. He's into rap. I'm kind of into whatever he's into.
For sure.
I played the drums when I was little, and he started rapping. I was like, well, I want to make beats, and I want him to rap on my beats.
I want to do something in conjunction with what you got going on. Hell yeah.
Right. So, then I'm starting to fuck around at Guitar Center on the little drum machines and all that shit, trying to learn what's going on. And I remember when he like taught me what sampling was, and that shit changed my whole life.
For sure.
Like he was like, yeah, people take old records and then you chop them up and you make your own shit with it.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that's the basis of like anything I do in life.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like you kind of just take something that you know or that you saw or that is a reference almost.
It's like context.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, shit, it was the same for me. I started with my dad's record collection and then went to my uncle's, and then we just started going to our neighbor's shit. Just going to go sample. And shit, I would get lost in the basement. My mom thought I was going to be a fucking weirdo. So, I mean, she wasn't too far off, but you feel me?
Yeah, a functioning weirdo.
A functioning weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't think the function part was going to be a part of that shit, but...
You made it happen.
Look at God.
Yeah.
Won't he do it? You know what I'm saying?
It's nice.
Yeah. But nah, man, I stayed in the basement for a while, and then I was trying to get the fuck out of Michigan because somebody told me something that was just super off. I didn't realize that Detroit was such a creative hub, but I also kind of needed to go figure out what the fuck I wanted to do with my life. And it was two options for me. I was either going to go to Eastern Michigan to go work, do aviation. Got to go fly and shit. Or I was going to come to Columbia College. And
Columbia College, Chicago.
Yeah, Columbia College, Chicago. That's actually where I know your man Architect from.
Okay.
That's where me and him met. We met in Chemo's class and fucking intro to music business.
So did you know Scud 1 as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scud 1, Illegit.
Illy, bro. Hell yeah.
Drunken Monkey.
Drunken Monkey.
Yeah, he had a very big, him, Illegit, had very big influences on the people that I was fucking with at that time.
Illy had sick beats.
Illy was just an amazing creative.
Yeah.
Period. He could get shit done.
Where's he been? Have you heard from him in a minute?
I haven't heard from him.
I've tried to look up like Instagram, tried to find him and shit. I haven't really found him.
I've seen him. The last I saw him, bro, it was, and I don't want to speak out of term on this shit, but it was like something on Facebook. He was looking for his mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, with all due respect, shout out to my bro Illy, man. I've learned so much from him. Shit. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, him and Drunken Monkey. Him, like they had a whole circle of cats who used to see either at Sub T or at the open mics on campus. So I used to work with this kid named Bullet and another dude named Vanish. And another dude named Doughboy on campus. And we used to go around battling and doing shows and shit, and that's how we got like super like cool with them.
That's dope. Yeah. So you, at what point did you go from like drum and bass to making hip hop shit?
Oh, the day that my brother roasted me
for making drum and bass.
Yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck is this?
Dog, if you don't get this weak ass shit the fuck out of here." You know what I'm saying? My brother roasted me and he was like, "Dog, listen to these," and he started putting essentially like modern rap in my hands. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll make one of these. It's easy. I was being a little bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, he roasted me. And then after that, I had a point to prove to him. And so, dog, I just started sampling everything, dog. Shit. And the best part about it was the shit that really got me into like rock music. You know what I'm saying? Like listening to the Doors, listening to the fucking Eagles, like a lot of psychedelic rock, even some of the crazier shit. When we moved into the dorm, there were 2 rocker dudes that used to do ketamine on the floor. It was different time. But
Ketamine's hot right now.
Really?
Ketamine's hot in the clubs right now.
I just thought it was Molly and Coke. Is ketamine in the club now?
Oh yeah. I've seen
God
motherfuckers
damn.
with a prescription like spray bottle.
Just getting down to ketamine?
Yeah. Going ahead.
Nasty little bit. Go crazy. But nah, bro. They had like all these. They used to dig for records and shit, but it'd be all like death metal. So you try to make beats out of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, like, did Detroit hip hop have a big influence on you from the jump?
Not from the jump.
Really?
Actually, nah. Because it was a little bit more than that. Like the man that was really the motherfucker who was at that time. We talking about like anytime from like 99 to like maybe 2004 before I did. Beforehand was MC Breed. MC Breed's from Flint. So not only did you have him, you had Top Authority, Shoestring and shit, a lot of underground shit. And then in Detroit, before we got to like the boom bap shit, there was like a acid core, like Esham. You heard of Esham?
No.
Esham the Ties. It's a bunch of motherfuckers that used to just say ridiculous shit, but it would be like, motherfucker have Satan on the front of his cover. And if you black, that shit just make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because black people in general don't fuck with Satan like that.
So he was like the original Lil Nas X.
Absolutely. But like straight as fuck. Like fucking hoes.
Hell yeah.
For shit show. So we would listen to that. But that was before like you find out about Dilla. I heard Dilla Change fucked me up in a real way. At that time, Pocket died, but that record where they sampled the What You Won't Do shit, Do for Love.
Do for Love.
By Tupac.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we find out through our friend that Dilla actually made the beat for that. But I think, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis got credit for it.
So Do for Love by Tupac's a Dilla beat?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's a reproduction of a Dilla beat.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's tight.
And so around that time though, I'm in my mom's car. My mom had like a Cadillac CTS and she used to let me whip it, but I had to take her to fucking Kroger. So I posted up in the car. I'm listening to the radio. I'm listening to WJLB. That's like the prominent radio show from Detroit at that time, bro. And they play Climax on the radio. And it fucked my head up. I have to go find out who this is. You know what I mean? This is I can't Shazam the shit.
Nope.
The shit doesn't even exist. I have to like go somewhere, go to a record store.
Like hum it to him.
Hey, you ain't got to play hard to get. You know which one I'm talking about. Like stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
And luckily, if the person at the record store knew what the fuck he was talking about, it would connect. But I found out about them and shit. I was jamming fucking Volume 2. Shout out to Puffer Reds. It was a store in Ypsilanti that you can get Pellicoat, you can get all the FUBU shit, but you can also get records 2 weeks in advance. You know what I'm saying? My brother had like a very diverse taste. And so I used to steal all his tapes. You know what I mean? My mom's single mom, used to take me to the hairdresser with her, and I'd just be in that motherfucker like listening to shit I shouldn't have been listening to. I might listen to the Purple tape. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like stealing my brother's shit because he left the crib. He got kicked out on some crazy shit. All right, bet. All your shit's mine now.
Yeah.
Everything that you left is mine. So we stealing tapes, we listening and shit. Yeah,
That's funny. We have similar brother experiences.
for shit.
I had a wild boy older
Same.
brother.
Same.
Kicked out of the crib a lot.
Yeah.
Often.
Shit. My brother was officially out by time, I want to say he was 16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. It was great. I got his room. I had 2 rooms.
What? Oh,
One
God,
was
same
a
shit.
studio. The other I slept in.
Yep. That's 100% what it was, man. The homies used to come by. We used to do the stupid shit. You remember the old, the like bullshit mics from back in the day? They were super thin. They had that bass. They had like a little circle bass and it was a fucking stick.
No.
No, for all right,
No.
bet. So we used to hang that stupid shit up in the closet. This is some real old man shit, but we used to hang that shit up in the closet. Homies used to come by and rap.
Yeah.
And we would try to like make songs and shit like that.
You had like old blankets on the wall and shit.
What?
All that.
Fucking clothes.
Yeah.
Just hang that bitch off a hanger, loop it through a hanger, get like an extension cable and just make it work.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I miss that shit.
Hell,
That shit was fun. Now it's like you gotta have good quality. It's gotta be higher end. Back then it was just like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fucking just trying to get this done. I'm just trying to make something, you know?
I'm enjoying this shit right now.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was just that dope, like self-discovery shit.
So you come to Chicago, Columbia College,
04.
meeting all these people. Are you into underground Chicago hip hop at all? Like Mole Men, Matlock, any of that shit?
I'm into it by proxy. Like a lot of the shows that we're getting into have Prime there.
Yeah.
Have Panic coming through. Shout out to my big brother DJ Most Definite. He's there, and I'm starting to move around. I'm starting to meet a lot of different people who are doing different things, but a lot of it was, all right, there are 2 things that are happening. We're on campus. They have a bunch of industry people coming through. There's a gentleman by the name of Kevin Shine. I'm not sure if you are familiar with him, but he used to have.
Sounds so familiar. He's not the what's the label that Atmosphere was on? Rhymesayers?
No,
That's Kevin
no.
something.
It's Kevin something. I don't. But Kevin Shine used to bring a bunch of industry motherfuckers through the city all the time, like Jermaine Dupri. He was getting people. I don't know if he was getting people signed, but like the opportunity that he brought around will get people signed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, Focus, White Boy, Feeve had Ride It Like a Motorcycle, which is how I met Cosign from the interns. We're going to hella beat battles. And so through the beat battles, we start meeting more underground heads. You know what I'm saying?
You remember the Sonatech beat battles?
I couldn't get in. I had to listen to the shit from outside.
Bro,
My homie was in those battles.
You couldn't get in because you weren't old enough?
Yep.
Yeah. How old were you?
Shit, I just moved here, so I would have been 18.
18. I think I was like 14, 15. I used to watch them on YouTube. Coney
They're
Rock
still
used to
on-
post them.
Shout out to Coney Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Dude, that shit, I remember anytime a new one would drop, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah.
I gotta watch this shit.
Rude won. He won that shit, didn't he?
Shit, I don't even want to lie to you, bro.
I'm pretty sure Rude won.
But Rude One was my introduction into DJing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How'd that happen?
He, before Rebel Room turned into what it is now, it was Empire Liquors. And on Thursday, him and Sean Dervis would have Elementary, which was like their backpack night.
I think I remember that. Remember seeing flyers and shit on MySpace.
Dog. Fuck yeah. And so, when I got into DJing, I fell out with a rapper at that time, and I'm totally misinterpreted Fly Low. You Flying Lotus? You fuck with him?
I don't recognize the name.
Bro, you have Flying Lotus? Okay, bet. bet.
Flying Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the first year North Coast that opened up, I went to go see bro, and I wasn't all the way familiar with his music, but I was like, yo, he's up there rocking this shit. And every so often, just to kind of throw people off, he would play like some West Coast shit. I love West Coast shit. So I'm like, dog, I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And totally misinterpreted everything he fucking said. I had like a pair of fucking Gemini 500 XLs. that my homie had gave
like
me.
that kit joint you could get.
Yep, in the 626 new. I don't think it was a Newmark. I think it was Gemini, big ass mixer. And trying to learn how to DJ on that shit with vinyl, it was fucking horrible.
Yeah, belt drive, right?
Belt drive, yeah.
Yeah,
you had to be like real. Your hands had to be good.
And you probably only working the slider.
Yes, sir.
The pitch slider.
Absolutely,
bro.
Or trying to like slimmy finger the side of the fucking
I don't see anybody doing that anymore. The last person I saw doing that was Eddie Mills, R.I.P. to the fucking GOAT, bro. I miss that guy, but just thinking about somebody mixing that way just reminds me of him. And I used to love watching that because I was like, damn, that's OG shit
for sure. That and not having the fucking turntable in battle mode.
Yep.
All that shit and literally seeing a person ride the fader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching him ride it, you fucking flick it up real quick to catch up and then come back down to get it where you want it.
Exactly. And then, yeah, so I meet Bounce Castle. Shout out to my bro Bounce Castle. Are you familiar?
Oh, the best, bro.
Yeah, one of the best DJs ever.
Watching him DJ taught me how to DJ. Him, Architect, and then I'd say like Jesse Seeley in the clubs, the nightclub type shit. But Castle,
yeah,
the fucking man.
He's a fucking man. So Sin gives my homie DJ Sin, who used to fuck with Moment and used to fuck with a rapper named Scheme. I would go over to his crib, it'd bother him, and I would also get music from him. From there, we would all end up going out to like Rodin and end up at Empire on a Thursday. Catch fucking Rude One. Rude One's playing all the boom bap shit that I haven't heard. And that was the reason I went. I don't want to know this shit. I want to learn.
Yeah.
Let me hear some fly shit that I haven't fucking heard. Let me hear a Gangstar record that isn't super popular. Let me hear some new exclusive shit from fucking Sean P at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P. And so you would go listen to that and it'd be him and Sean Dervis going crazy. And so I'm like, yo. And that was one of my first guest spots I've ever played. And it was all through that whole time. So Castle had a live one. What was my man's name? Why am I blanking on his name, bro? Castle had another homie who used to have
Izzo?
a live one. Yeah.
Izzo, yeah.
Yeah. Izzo, from watching Izzo, I learned how to play in not bigger rooms, but like play top 40 cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to Castle actually like let me know that I could play my taste in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, I'll never forget playing at a live one for the first time, like dropping a Gangstar record. I think it was Work or something.
Yeah.
And like motherfuckers went crazy for it.
Bunch of college kids, mind you. Like shit that you couldn't fucking like. That room was magical because the shit that happened then could never happen now.
Someone's got to make it happen.
Like could you imagine right now playing, I don't know, like Medina Green in a fucking club, or like Talib Kweli, or
I can't, not in like, you know, River North or wherever at, but that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, you're playing more cool rooms, I feel like.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do that over there?
At that time, for sure, I could.
No, right now.
Right now, what's the ratio of men and women and how many people are in the room?
I don't know. I don't really know the rooms that you're playing. I'm only seeing from the outside, and I'm only assuming that you're getting to play more cool music than I'm getting to play.
For sure. If River North humbled me.
Yeah, because
River North humbled me in a real fucking real way. But it was good for me though. In the cooler rooms, I may be able to get off cooler, newer shit. So like when before K Tronada like hit, we were playing his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Before Larry June really hit, and he still hasn't hit, but like playing him.
Yeah.
Dom Kennedy, Pac Div,
play any London Drugs?
Nah, I need to go get put on.
You never heard him?
I've heard him.
Oh, okay.
I just need to figure out which records.
Yeah.
From him and shit like that. Nah, that's cap. Cause he has shit with Larry June.
Mm-hmm. Couple.
He has a couple joints with Larry June that I've definitely played. Shit. Now I'm playing shit like Rimble, Draco the Ruler, HD been dope, real dope rapper out of fucking New York. And the dope thing about him, he's kind of like a J. Cole in terms of like he can do both. He can do ratchet shit and he can do. That's probably really wrong for J. Cole, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, he can rap on trap beats and he can also rap on boom bap shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're playing this shit, and are the people or the crowds you're playing for, they know it, or they're just you're playing it well enough to where they're accepting it and going with it?
Both.
Okay.
So like I'm still hitting you with shit that you know.
Yeah.
But in the middle of it, I'm also associating it. Cause there's certain so there's a rapper, one of my favorite rappers, his name is Tona. He's from Toronto. But every so often he would have a record that would be like different enough but on time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would play shit like that. I would be playing those type of records to the point where people would associate me with those records. Like there's people in Chicago that would associate me with Dom Kennedy's After School more than they would associate me with anything else.
Right. I think that's kind of what Oreo was saying.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about like cool parties, dope DJs, and he was like, man, he's like, my man from, I remember hearing him at nights and weekends, this and that. And I was like,
I was trying to bring him in there too, man.
Yeah.
We just couldn't make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, what happened with that though? Because he was saying something happened and he was like, I don't want to speak on it. And I was like, well, Slot's coming on the pod, so I'll ask him.
For sure. One of my great friends, Anthony, had put me in charge of their Friday and Saturday residency. Let's start back. I had Revel Room for a while. Bounce Castle had passed that off to me. After the pandemic, Wicker Park just got really, really, really toxic. A lot of robberies, a lot of bad shit that was happening.
A lot of fuckery.
To the point now where they start towing from like Thursday to Sunday after 10 p.m.
All down Milwaukee.
Yeah. And so we kind of knew I wasn't coming back because I tracked a diverse crowd, but I also tracked some of the motherfuckers that you might see out there doing the dumb shit. They have a good time with us, but when they go back outside, they might not be the most peaceful.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so nights and weekends is about to open up. He's like, yo, I want you to come through, do this room for me Friday, Saturday, be our resident. And then that later turned into me doing programming for them, booking different DJs. But things are going well. At one point or another, we're struggling to close out maybe $5,000 a night. It's consistency. I bring Mochi in. He does a monthly. The room turns over. And then when he's not there, we're still doing $25K a night. Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
But I have this room from like maybe October of 2021. To damn near my birthday, which is like Memorial Day of 2022. But I never meet the owner. One day, one of his buddies came through and was like, it's a little dark in here. It gets back to him. All of a sudden, this person that was never hands-on, didn't lift a finger, didn't say shit, all of a sudden wants input on the room. He wants to add bottle service. He wants to cut down on the line. He wants to charge people at the door on some shit. And
damn, so it wasn't even like there was problems and shit.
Like maybe one or two.
I mean, that's pretty standard for any establishment. Like,
there wasn't like a major shooting. It was nothing.
Nothing crazy. It was just he saw the opportunity to get more money, you think, and tried to fucking.
I don't feel like more money was really it. Because the way it came to my table was that he was kind of, all right, anytime a motherfucker has a night that's working and is like, we need to go with disco and EDM. You're trying to eradicate somebody out of the fucking building.
Okay, so that's what he wanted to change the format too.
Yeah, he wanted to change the format. He also wanted to add a bunch of things. Like when I normally do shit, there's a hierarchy for me. There's normally women, dancers, and just people of different persuasions coming through to kick it. Normally, if you go with women in the room, it is very chill because everyone's on their best behavior. As long as it's not one main race group in the room that's super dominant, everybody chills the fuck out because it's balance. And then, but that's what we had. Like, it was a very diverse room. It was black dominant, I'm not gonna lie. But at a certain point, this mystery person who we keep hearing about but never fucking seeing decides to pop up after his homie tells him it's a little dark in the room.
Yeah.
So after that point, we're having these meetings weekly now. A motherfucker that I've never met. And so I'm dealing with all this weird passive aggressive shit about the room. All right, cool.
Did you feel like, okay, so obviously he wanted to switch shit up, but were you thankful that he wasn't like, oh, get rid of this DJ and completely turn this around? He kept you on, right? But then wanted you to do
no.
Oh, he did just get rid of you?
That's how I left.
You left on your own.
I did leave on my own, but I had some assistance.
Yeah.
I had a nice push at the back.
Okay. Okay.
So, all right, in short, this dude who I never fucking meet, we start having meetings. The meetings, he's super dead set on the shit that he's telling him. But you're not there. You're not really kicking it there. You're just hearing what your friends told you.
Right.
And so, insert White Shadow, who's his man's, who, and I got respect for Shadow, but they did like programming together at like a bunch of different places. And so he's like
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Angels and Kings.
Yeah.
Shit like that. And dude comes in for like maybe 10 minutes. And unfortunately, I'm playing, excuse my language, all the nigga shit.
What
we're talking
couple
like
tracks. Are we talking like Gunna? Or are we talking like
yeah,
okay, like hood hip hop shit?
Yeah, we're playing,
okay.
But I cycle though.
Okay,
like I'm not staying in one area.
That was just the little set, the pocket you were in at the moment.
That was just at the pocket. He came in right during that pocket.
Yeah.
Next day, I'm hearing hey man, yeah, so White Shadow and everybody's upset. And, I think they're going to go in a different direction. And it was a little like, we literally spent like maybe 3 weeks hearing possible other direction talk.
Yeah. But
a room that I built from 5 to 25 a weekend. 25 a night.
That's big.
Like.
That's value. That's clear value.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the homie, the next thing you know, I get a message. Hey, you think you could think you could play a little bit more like, you think you could find some DJs that play like disco and shit like that? I'm like, what? All right, bet. So I hit a couple homies up. Shout out to Trilogy. Shout out to Artists. I booked them for the weekend. Cool. Because that's not my shit. I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
I'll play disco, but like, I don't know. DJing has been some shit that's been on my terms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like I haven't had to, and I feel like the last few years have been checking me on that shit, but I haven't had to pander.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I like a record, I'ma play it. But if I don't like a record and it's heavily requested, I'm gonna play it my way. So,
which I think is what makes a great DJ.
For sure. But it can also fucking hurt you too. If you don't play the game well.
If you don't play the game, yeah. It's all fucking politics at the end of the day, which is so shitty, but like.
But that's life though, dog. You can't like.
That's life and that's work when money's involved. Like,
for sure.
We love DJing, right? Like, absolutely. I would DJ for free, but I also want to DJ for a living. I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
So when money is involved, it becomes work, and there's politics in work, unfortunately.
For sure.
Which,
Nah, man, it's like you can't duck the fade, bro. You can't duck the fight. The whatever comes with the gig is what comes with the gig. You can't run away from this shit.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, like, you have to make a decision. Either you're gonna play ball, or you're gonna have to figure out how to make money your way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And luckily, I've had great examples of the latter. You know what I'm saying? The homie DJ Low Key from Denver. The homie Carl Carell, DJ Kev Love out in New York. King Marie. People who've learned how to make six figures. Not putting their business out there. I apologize if I did.
No,
but
put an exact number on it, actually. If you
$1 million. You know what I'm saying? Pinkies up. but like, people who learn how to make money doing what the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but it's a longer, it requires a little bit more. It's not like, all right, cool, you just show up, you get booked for this shit. Like, you actually have to create the space and actually do the business behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How about remember when me and Dolo had you at Underground?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Man, shitting bricks.
We never really got to talk about that. And
Please.
I'd love to talk about it, because Underground came to us and wanted us to be like entertainment directors, book DJs, come to these marketing meetings at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays and come up with ideas and bring these things to life, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
And y'all had a fire ass idea too.
I don't even really remember what it was, but I do remember the owner being like, all right, we want to do something different in here, which is what they all fucking say.
Yeah.
They all want that. It's like a fantasy that they have, but it's not like a real thing that they want. It's just a fantasy. They're not ready to like really make it happen.
Can I bail your man out?
Yeah.
All right. I was so geeked to play at Underground that I was trying to figure out how to play at Underground.
Okay.
And I didn't understand until my set was over that he wanted me to play like how I played in Wicker Park.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's allegedly what he wanted.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
For sure. But like, had I known that shit ahead of time, I just would have did what the fuck I wanted to.
Yeah.
But the whole time I'm like, oh shit, I'm here. I hit you up, bro. I'm not sure if you remember this shit at all. I was like, hey, bro, what the fuck is cracking in there? Matter of fact, do me a favor. Send me a zip of what's cracking in that room.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, nice.
You looked out.
Good.
You absolutely looked out.
Good.
But it was the wrong shit.
What was it? I just set you up for failure.
No, because like, no. I mean, technically you did, but like, technically you didn't. Like, you booked me for the right shit. You just didn't tell me what the fucking intention was behind it.
I could have sworn we told, like, because they told us, like, we want to do something different in here. We want, like, a DJ that is not playing around River North, like someone who's good and does cool shit and like this and that. And I remember seeing you fucking playing all the cool spots, doing all the dope parties, and I was like, Slot A, for sure.
For sure.
And then, yeah.
No, you want to talk about not thoroughly understanding what I was booked for? Because I thought I was...
That might fall on me then. No, it might not even be on him or you. It might be on me. If we didn't tell you, like, yo, they want you to do, like, what you do.
For sure. Because it was... All right. I did well in the room.
Yeah.
100%. But when I got off and I talked to the GM, I didn't do well to him. Because he was looking for something different. And had he just said, like, hey, we're actually booking you to do that shit that we don't have here.
Yeah.
Would change whole different experience. But it was a good learning lesson though.
I could have sworn that you told me like you were like, yeah, I was doing my thing, and they kept telling me like more energy, like just that classic fucking club manager, like you're doing your thing.
It was a little bit of that though.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of that, but at the same time, like, he's like, yo, dog, I really wanted you to do that shit that you do in Wicker. Like, I had about like maybe a 4 or 5 year residency at Revel Room.
Mm-hmm.
And we played everything. Like, that was the first room I played Baile Funk in. It was the first room and this is before, we're talking about from 2018, 2017 to 2019. Like, that's my room.
Yeah.
I can play whatever in this motherfucker. Like, we're playing that type of vibe. Like, we're playing everything. Playing Last Time That I Checked by Nipsey. I
need to play more Nipsey records.
Nipsey has some shit, bro.
He's got some fucking bangers.
He has some real shit. But like, all right, so shout out to my homie Low Key, but like, one of the things that I was doing at that time that I'm still working to get back to, because the pandemic kind of fucked me up a little bit, was, I don't know, it's called like handshake records. Like, heads know these records. And so you'd be surprised if you heard it out somewhere. Like, if somebody played about it, like For the Love of Money by Larry June in a club somewhere, you'd be really fucking surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, you?
Like the shit that gets a motherfucker to look over at the booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Those were like handshake records to us.
Yeah.
And that's how you make connections and shit. But that was all the party was handshake records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, we would play, of course we would play some shit like Loyal by Chris Brown or whatever the case may be. But like, I'm playing a bunch of other shit from LA that's super ghetto. Like playing Joe Moses, Do It for the Ratchets. Damn Daddy by fucking Draco the Ruler. Mando by Stupid Young. Like, we're playing a bunch of that shit around the record though.
Yeah. Like
the thing that the record is emulating, that's what we're playing around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you come into the room and you from LA or you from somewhere else, it's like, oh shit, how the fuck do you know this? And that would be our handshake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like playing Mo City Don or fucking Southside or something like that. Like, telling me you from somewhere, coming up showing love and telling me you from somewhere is probably the easiest way for me to just invest in you for the next 5 minutes.
That is incredible advice for any patron that wants a song played, but
sure.
Like wants to make a request. Do it indirectly. Come up, tell me I'm doing a good job, and let me know where you're from.
For sure.
Because then my brain's like, all right, this dude's from here. Let me see if he knows this.
Yeah.
Not like, hey, can you play this shit? And you're like, come on, man, I'm up here doing my thing. Like,
for sure. I mean, and then a lot of people don't understand sequence. Like, I have a daughter. The beautiful thing is that she goes to this thing called Leaps. This is the fucking developmental milestones. And one of the milestones was learning sequence. So like, when she's hungry, she knows that I have to, depending on what she's hungry for, I have to go make it. So there's going to be a time difference between the time you request it and the time you get it. But a lot of people are just sitting up there like, yo, play Bad Bunny. I want to hear what you do with Bad Bunny. Matter of fact, nah, fuck that. Play Ozuna right now. And it's like, yo, my dog, like, the BPM is, this shit ain't even the vibe yet. There's no connective tissue to what the fuck this is other than you just wanting something.
right. Let me get there.
Yeah. Yeah. You just don't, I don't know. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, other people are different. You don't just force a person's fucking head down.
Yeah. That's
a relationship that you have to build over time.
100%. Yeah. People don't understand that. Also, I always think about like when someone comes up and makes a request, is it at all tied to what they're hearing at the moment? Did they hear something that I'm playing that they're like, oh shit, this makes me want to hear this?
Yeah. I've had those.
Yeah.
Those are fire. I fuck with that. Because that's how I've been put on to certain records.
Yeah.
Like, shit. That's how I got put on to, there's a producer by the name of Kayla Maestro. Fire Fire. He has, I was playing Dilla, and he has a fucking, like a, I don't even want to call it a remix. It's something different. It's like a reflip of Players. But it's just longer. The drums are harder. It's just different. If you're in a room full of Dilla heads and somebody knows what you're playing from that, a motherfucker lose their mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I played that. I was playing Dilla, and she was like, "Hey, do you know this Player shit by Kayla Maestro?" And from there, like that was my homegirl for a long time because of moments like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be shit. It's like somebody playing. It's like somebody playing some Raucous era shit, dog, and being like, "Hey, bro, have you heard the new? You should check this shit out. They just did a record with."
Right.
That's a fire fucking request.
Yeah.
It's an information request. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get right now, at least, that like, yo, you're technically, I know I'm positioned as the coolest person in the room, but I'm a fucking nerd, dog. I still collect MP3s, which sounds stupid as fuck to the rest of the world right now. Because where the fuck am I playing an MP3 right now? Other than this room.
On your Serato.
But if you're just a regular consumer, like, can you understand that shit? If you're 25 right now, what the fuck is an MP3 and why are you listening to music through that medium? So you mean a file that I have to find a player for on my computer?
Like, I can't just queue it up next on my Spotify?
Yeah.
I gotta fucking exit the app and go.
I have to. Yeah. One of those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, I get it. There's an information gap. But, like, at the same time, I also learned a valuable lesson. Like, dog, if a motherfucker can request, that means he's thinking. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, if you're really hitting, you kind of overwhelm motherfuckers and they kind of leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah. You gotta finesse a request. There should be like a class. There should be some sort of tutorial on how to request, depending on what you're requesting. How to club, and this could be a subcategory.
Yeah. This is just like a lesson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a test. All right, cool. You just bought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
we might have to do a new course on the Patreon.
Exactly.
We'll get a new tier up there.
I like this.
How to club.
Exactly, man. Nah, but that's what it is. Like, they don't know they're talking to somebody who might have a very nice outfit on, who's a fucking nerd, who literally sits there and collects, unless you're on Wi-Fi, dog. But, like, even then, if the Wi-Fi is trash, my boy, like, you have limited bandwidth, my baby. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah. You ever get scared to go download something on the Wi-Fi while your Serato's open, like it's going to close and shit?
What? Fucking frightened. Asshole Titans.
Sweating.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's a fucking horrible idea.
Yeah, but for $100, I'll do it every time.
I've seen that shit backfire. I'm Gucci.
Like, he took the 100, played the song, and it cleared the room?
Yeah.
I'll take the 100. I'll clear the room just to get them back for the 100.
Ah, man.
I remember the first time I ever even was taught the concept of clearing a room was by Castle at a live one.
Yeah, sage your room. That's what he used to call it.
Yeah.
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 But there's a cool way to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the $100 request way.
No, that's just for me.
That's
just
shit's bad. All right. I won't put the person's name out there. It's my homegirl. She was playing with me one night at nights and weekends. And she was in a rough spot financially. And a motherfucker came up there at requesting. I think we were in the middle of playing like 99 BPMs, like playing dancehall and shit.
Mm-hmm.
She had just got on. She was having a rough night. She was drunk already. And a motherfucker came up there asking for Empire State by fucking Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. And while everyone's having a great time, and we can go anywhere else the fuck we want to, we go right back down to 83 BPMs and clear the whole dance floor.
Yeah. Okay, well, so
for this fucking $100 request.
So she did it because she could have done it right, She could have done it. She could have got the money, played a couple tracks in between to get there and keep the room with that song, because that's not the worst song in the world. That's not a clear the room song.
The $100 request is a dangerous thing to the wrong person.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, if you are desperate, if you are in survival mode, you'll do some stupid shit.
And I got a girl now, and those are expensive.
Oh, God.
So I'm in survival mode.
That's a fact. I got a daughter too. That shit is hella expensive.
Yo.
It's tight, but it's like, hey, yo, fam, you should come with a discount code at least. You know what I mean? Real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, man, I've just seen it. I've seen that shit go bad. But like, half of DJing is building trust with motherfuckers too, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If I can buy your taste, you know what I mean? Like, dog, I've turned down hella people, bro. Hey, bro, I'm a rapper. Hey, I'll throw you a couple bucks to play my song.
Oh man, if you're a rapper and I got to play the song you made that I don't even know, that's $500 easy. I used to.
Yo, you up the price on them? You hit them with that? Oh yeah,
$100 for like Empire State of Mind, a song everyone knows. That's $100. In Texas, bro, in Houston, there's a lot of local drug dealing rappers,
and they're aggressive as a
come
bitch.
Up with their fucking fat ass chains, and they're ready to airdrop you their song. And they got 100. I'm like, bro, it's $500 to play that shit. They're like 500. I'm like, look at that chain, man. You can't come up here flossing like you got all this money and not give me any.
That part.
I'm like, give me some money, bro.
I'm not mad at that shit. I've had moments where I've attempted to look out and it's backfired.
Yeah.
Like, damn. All right. We're at Rebel Room. Dude comes up. He's like, yo, dog, I brought all my people here. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, fine. Send me the record. I'll play it. And when I tell you, I jumped on the mic. Hey, man, we got a new artist in the building. His name is Woo Up the Bam. This is the record. And everybody looked like, your people didn't for you to have everyone here, like none of your people saying the shit. Nobody wild out to the record to make it look doper than what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
this is ass, my boy.
Did he at least learn his lesson at that moment?
I don't know what the fuck he learned.
Did did his face at all say like, oh damn, I gotta get back to, like, did he leave? Did he put his drink down and go back to the studio?
I don't know where he went after record play.
He should have went back. Like, if you get your song played and you get that kind of reaction out of it, it's back to the drawing board.
I mean, you would think so.
I would hope so.
I would hope so as well. But at the same time, like, I don't think people know how rap works. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You're a chosen voice. You know how many fucking rappers are out here, bro? You remember what Drake sounded like before Drake was Drake? And I'm in quotes Drake. You know what I'm saying?
I used to watch him on Degrassi all the time, bro. That was my guy, bro.
You watched Degrassi for?
Oh my God, heavy. I was deep in the drama of Degrassi, bro.
Wheelchair Jimmy, bro.
School shootings, drug usage, teen pregnancies.
I won't shout out. Yeah, I won't do that. I was gonna shout out Columbine, but you're right. It was a time though. It was a time and era.
It's been you can. It's not too soon.
It's not too, okay, for sure. Shout out to Columbine, man.
Yeah.
You got the real ones. You know what I mean?
Clip it.
I'm going to hell forever. God bless. But you know what I mean? But there was a period of time before Talib Kweli, before Mos Def, before Jay-Z was them. You are chosen for this shit. You can't just have a hot record. You can't just be paid for that shit. At a certain point, like, the phenomenon of Sexy Red isn't really a talent thing. It's you speak for me and I agree with you. Or you express something that I would love to say.
Wait, are you saying that she's like part of the machine and propped up by the music industry and just shoved down our throats? Or you're saying that she's connecting with people through...
I'm putting 50-50 on that.
Okay.
Like, there's only so much money that's gonna work on a record. At a certain point, you have to be chosen by the people that you're playing for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, was Drake bad before So Far Gone? No. But he just wasn't a chosen voice.
Until he was. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So like you asking me to play your record is actually hurting you if I'm not doing it in a way where I'm a fan.
Right. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I can't really imagine a room where you just get some record airdrop to you and you play it and like everyone's just like, oh my God, what is this? All the phones come out, they start Shazamming. Like that's not reality.
No. But I mean, you used to hear, I don't know, like when I first started DJing, I used to watch a whole bunch of documentaries. That's what I'm saying. I'm a fucking nerd, dog. Like I used to watch documentaries on like the tunnel and like
getting from Jersey to New York tunnel?
No, the club tunnel in New York.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
So everything from A Tribe Called Quest, DMX, Jay-Z, all came through the tunnel.
Okay.
The tunnel Latin Quarters. And so Funkmaster Flex was one of the residents. I'm trying to remember. There's a couple other people that were residents of that particular space, but they would get the acetones of the records before the shit came out, and they would play it in there. All right, bet you got the new Hove. You got fuck. You got Ignorant Shit by Hove on acetone. All right, bet we gonna try it out and see. We gonna play that motherfucker tonight. But you hear what I'm talking about though?
You are right. Now that you're saying that, I mean that is like old school hip hop lore. Is
For
like
sure.
Someone would come to the club with the record just pressed up, give it to the DJ, and it would go crazy.
It would be their fucking job, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
you're breaking records.
Yeah, like there was a person that was on the promotions team. If you had the relationships with certain clubs or DJs, dog, all right, bet. But you hear the sentence though. I have Jay-Z's new record.
Right.
I don't have random dude I don't know's record.
Right. Just some new record.
Yeah.
Like to get an actual piece of vinyl pressed up, I would imagine you'd have to be somebody.
For sure.
Like you couldn't just do that back. You couldn't
But
just go
also
record.
To get it, you had to be somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like you're talking voice on top of voice. So I have trusted voice number one with voice that we want to hear from number two. And there's a fucking perfect marriage because we're in the space for it.
Yeah. That's the difference, huh?
That's definitely the difference. This shit is all trust. That's what I've learned, at least. It's trust. It's if you know I'm good enough, if you know my taste, if you know that I'm not just going to do some shit, I can do whatever the fuck I can do whatever I want, technically. But it comes with trust. It's a track record with you. Yo, you haven't fucked up. You haven't played some shit just because it was just a hot record at the time. You stood on something.
Mm-hmm.
You stood on some shit, or you get blessed for that. At least that's been my experience. You know what I mean?
No, that is, I mean, to have a room, to be the DJ and have total control of the room and take them to where you want, you first have to build trust with them.
For sure.
And you got to play records that they like and they know, and then maybe sneak in a record that you like and they don't know.
Yeah.
And they might not want to go at first, but then you come back to the shit that they know, and then you play another one that they don't know, and now they're going because they know you're going to come back.
For sure.
Now they trust you. They understand what you're doing.
Yeah. And so, because there's normally that thing, if you play in a bigger room, if the record's not hitting, get out. And I'm not saying that's totally wrong, but if you have the trust of the room and they know that, like, music is very similar to food. If I know that I always get good food from you, I'll try some shit that I've never had before.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it might not necessarily be my favorite dish the first time around, but like maybe 2, 3, 4 times around, all right, yo, he doesn't miss.
Yeah.
If you build that type of trust up with a group of fucking people, bro, you don't miss.
And you also have to trust yourself and show the crowd that, because if you do play a record that's not necessarily working and you freak out and you get out of it too quick and you don't mix it at the proper mix point and you're just like, get this off, and you fumble it and you're nervous up there now.
You look like a complete dickhead.
They notice that. Mm-hmm. And you didn't even trust the record that you just played. So why would they?
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
At all.
That's the hardest part about when you play some shit that doesn't hit, is being able to just stay calm, ride it out to the hook.
I've seen people that are way more confident, and shout out to everybody out there with fucking mic skills. The record's not hitting. Oh, word? nah, y'all don't hear this. You know what I'm saying? Wheel it back and then start from the motherfucking top of the record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen shit like that and it's hit.
Yeah, that goes hard.
But that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know damn, that's pause worthy as fuck. You know how much confidence you have to have in yourself? I just changed what I was going to say. Look at me, real time. There we go. But you just have to have like real cojones to do that type of shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
or enough alcohol. It's one of the two.
Man, the fucked up part, dog. All right, this is crazy. I've been with my wife, dog, for like 15, 16 years.
Damn.
I've been DJing about like maybe 12.
Mm-hmm.
So I already didn't drink. Like, only thing I do is smoke weed and like maybe do mushrooms from time to time. Shout out to black people who do mushrooms. We see you.
Clip it.
That part. Come on, man. Bring the shrooms. Anyway. But I've never gotten like DJ pussy. I've never really gotten drunk in a booth and shit. There are a bunch of amenities of DJing that I've just never received.
Okay.
And that, like, dog, I used to watch you on fucking TikTok. Get busy.
Bro.
My bad, that was loud as shit.
DJ pussy was the only pussy I knew how to get.
Really?
For a long time. For years.
No shit.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, okay. Wow. For real.
Oh yeah.
Walk me through that. So like we're at a gathering and you're not DJing.
Well, I always had a sticker. My whole thing was the sticker, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I remember the sticker.
So
yeah.
I'd always, if I saw a girl with a good looking pair of titties that needed a sticker, I let her know. I said, "Hey, you need a sticker."
Those need stickers.
Yeah, and she'd be like, "What's that?" Sometimes I walk up to a girl and be like, "You need a sticker," and they'd get like scared, like I was security, and they'd be like, "I can't be here, like in this section that I'm in." I'm like, "No." And
it's loud. Like, bitch, it's loud. You need it. No, I didn't say you need to leave. I said you need a sticker. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that you say you need a sticker, and the first thing is they're like, "What?" And like some fat dude with a big beard and like a Target Mosi Mo shirt. You know what I'm saying? And then I pull the sticker out. It says
fire context, by the way. Keep
it says send nudes on it, and it speaks for itself right there. You know?
All right. What was your ratio from like success to like loss off the sticker?
For getting the sticker on the girl?
Yeah.
It had to be like 75-25 usually would go. And we're really? Also I'm also pretty good at reading a person.
For sure.
So I can tell from just looking at a girl if she's probably going to do it or not.
Okay.
Like even my girlfriend that I have now, I met her 4 years ago when I was doing the sticker shit.
Yeah.
And I never told her she needed a sticker. Because I could tell from
she
off
wasn't
the
with
rip,
the shit.
she wouldn't do that.
Okay.
So like I'm picking the low hanging fruit.
Damn. Yo. there's some like, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. There was so much thought that I was like, yo, my dog is out here wilding, having the time of his life. Were they all headaches or were they cool?
Like just to fuck them?
Yeah, or just for them to be in the booth. Like, I don't really like that many people in my booth.
I love a party in my booth.
Okay.
And truthfully, that probably comes with alcohol. Because like, if I'm not drunk, then you're kind of like, get away from me, let me do my thing.
For sure.
If you are drunk, you can kind of do your thing and tune everything else out.
Okay.
You know, like I could be scratching a record and like get bumped into and maybe get my hand hit that scratching, but still come back and even turn it into something like a beautiful mistake kind of thing. You know, like you just don't think that much about shit when you're drunk. It doesn't matter as much.
Okay.
You're like, I'm fucking here doing this. Like, let's go.
Damn.
So I think alcohol really helps with that.
So what you're saying is I need to start drinking.
This is what I brought you here for, really.
So it's an intervention.
It's a reverse intervention.
Yo, you need to start. This is fire. For sure. Nah, dog. Like, I used to watch that shit, bro, and I'd be in awe. Because I'd be like, damn, bro, that's a case. Hey. That boy clean. Hey, He got the fuck away. He got up out of there. Clean. Ain't never heard nothing crazy about you and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, all right. You can bleep shit, right?
All right. But we don't have to bleep it unless you want it bleeped.
Well, because I'm guessing they've changed ownership, and I'm guessing that they've changed.
I'll tell you. No, it's the same.
Oh, it's just, oh.
Yeah, from like the stigma that they had from the incident. Yeah, but the thing about that, I mean, I work there on Fridays.
For sure.
I play there still.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers have always been loyal to me, and I've never had any issue there. But like
you wouldn't though.
I wouldn't.
Nah, because you're not a chick.
Oh, that
part.
The thing about that whole incident is like it's just an allegation.
For sure.
Nothing ever came of it because it wasn't real. You know what I'm saying?
I'll rock with that.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
like I won't push past that point. I'll respect it.
No, you can if you want, but it's fucked up because like obviously what happened was fucked up.
For sure.
But also it didn't go down the way that it was portrayed. Obviously. Have you
ever dealt with someone that's gone through like jail or like that was on their way to jail or had like a case? Like some like an assault.
No, I don't think so.
All right. So like court is tricky as fuck.
Yeah.
It's a lot of semantics, but more importantly, it's whoever you have complaining or who has the complaint, do they have enough resources to keep you there?
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't have the fortitude to like stay on. Now, I'm not saying that motherfuckers did what they did. And Lord knows I'm not like a prosecutor. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like to do what you were doing and it was clean and it was super like I ain't gonna lie to you. It looked like them girls was like into it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%, yeah.
But I'm guessing there's some motherfuckers that like don't have, hey, I am the guy that you might be attracted to, who might be who might be attempting the same energy and don't necessarily have the same, to quote Boy Genius, the same riz.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I did in the beginning, I used to put the sticker on myself.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I used to put the sticker on the titty myself.
Okay.
I had the camera in one hand. I had the camera in one hand. I had the sticker in the other. I would put it on. And then there was an incident one time at Five Roses, I want to say, in Rosemont.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even with me. It was with this other fucking idiot kid that used to come out and like he was just like a little fanboy and I'd give him stickers and then he'd go put stickers on girls too. And something happened with him. She put a sticker on and then her boyfriend was mad about it, obviously.
For sure.
So then she was like, oh, I didn't want him to do it. He did it and I didn't even want it, blah, 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 blah. So it like became a thing.
For sure.
And I was like, oh, this is no good. I don't want anything to do with it.
You see what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
All right, cool. So let's backtrack a little bit. Like the same way, like you have to be chosen as a rapper. In order to do the shit that you were doing, you have to be fucking chosen, dog. And you have to be careful who you have along for the motherfucking ride. Because if they don't have that shit, if they don't have that energy, if they're not them, you're gonna fuck this shit up.
Yeah. 100%. I agree and understand what you're saying. Yeah,
for sure.
But then after that, I was like, all right, I can't risk none of this shit. I'm like, you put the sticker on. I'll give you the sticker you put on yourself. I'm just the cameraman. So now I'm not touching nobody. I'm not doing anything. It's on video.
I love you, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's some real loophole shit, and I fuck with that.
That's the Jew brain.
Absolutely, go crazy, dog. That's dope. Okay, and so all right, bet. All right, and then we'll. All right, last question about that shit. And I'll leave it alone. This was before OnlyFans had really cracked off, like, damn, no, you like on your way. You're like in a real relationship now. Let me leave that shit alone.
No, I'll talk about anything.
For sure. Was there ever a moment you were just like, yo, maybe I'm supposed to be like knocking shit down on camera, and then, you know what I mean?
Like being a porn star?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was trying to say that super clean. My bad.
It
I
definitely,
said a bunch of bullshit. My apologies.
It definitely went through my head for sure a couple of times. But like, yeah, it was before OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And I kick myself in the ass every single day for not being deep enough in internet culture to have known about OnlyFans, because OnlyFans was out.
Yeah, for sure.
It just wasn't prominent.
For sure.
And had I started an OnlyFans, I'd be super rich right now. I'd be spending money from 2015 right now.
Easily.
But I was just too invested in having a good time and my DJ career really more than anything. Because like that was always my thought, is like, I'm doing all this shit, I'm having all this fun, I'm gaining all this traction, but at the end of the day, I'm doing it for my DJ career. I'm doing it to propel my DJ career.
Right.
So I was like, you know, that's really all it's for. I don't want to like start a website where I'm this guy doing this. I just want to gain traction on social media to then parlay it over to get DJ gigs.
All right. And then I'll dial back. There's two things that I feel that you missed on the table.
Yeah.
Self-improvement books. You
I
would
could still
you would have killed with that shit.
I think I could still play in that field.
Send nudes, how to talk to women. There's a massive incel culture that you just missed marketing money on. And then the podcast where you're doing some super alpha shit. You just bro, those back to back.
Yeah.
Would have been an absolute fucking eyesore on the internet. But like the loot though.
Yeah, the loot.
And so that's a lesson, kids. Not only are you judged by what you do, but by what you don't do.
Yeah, it's fucked. You're fucked either way.
That's it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's a 50-50.
Like the whole pickup artist, thing, and like getting money off these kids that don't know how to talk to women
At all
is huge.
No, it's nasty as fuck. But like it's massive.
It's huge, yeah.
It's hella massive.
And I'd be lying if I said that I didn't charge kids for tips in the DMs.
Really?
Yeah, for sure did that. I'm about that money, dog.
I'm not mad at that. Nah, like bro, you could have. What was that shit, bro? It was a Q&A. Used to be in fucking newspapers, dog. God damn it! Why am I blanking on his name? They used to ask people like Ask Annie or some shit like that. I can't remember the name of it, bro, but it was essentially where people would ask a person like you questions. They even had like what was that shit on MTV with that old ass lady that was talking about sex with
Dr. Drew?
With Dr. Drew and shit. No, it was Dr. Drew, and then it was an old chick on there talking about WAP before WAP was WAP.
I feel like I can picture it, but I don't remember her name.
Fuck. And we're on a podcast, so I'm not gonna pull out my phone.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
But yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely missed opportunities, but it was a good time.
That sounds like all right. So what made you go down to Texas?
So me and Dolo had plans.
Shout out to Dolo, by the way.
Shouts to Dolo.
Fucking legend.
Missed that guy. We had plans to go be the entertainment directors for Bottle Blonde Houston. They were talking about it probably in like 2018.
Okay.
And then it just kept getting, the opening kept getting pushed back. They're having problems opening up. It's not opening. And then it sort of just like disappeared. No one was really talking about it anymore. Then pandemic hits. Everything in Chicago shut down. Shit in Houston is still open.
Yeah.
And Bottle Blonde's able to open in the middle of the pandemic. So we have no work here. And they hit us up like, yo, you guys ready to come do this? And we're like, oh, it's happening right now? And they're like, yeah, we're about to open. So we just fucking went.
I'm not gonna lie. That pandemic shit scared I was so pussy during that pandemic. I didn't want you to breathe around me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want you to do shit.
For how long though?
Dog.
For like a while?
For For a good portion of that lockdown, dog. Yeah.
Really? I got COVID right now.
My mother-in-law, oh, shit, baby, I'm vaxxed up. You hear me? Triple jabbed. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at your mans. It'll only last for 5 days. Yeah. Anyway, but in December of 2019, my mother-in-law, who works at like nursing homes and shit, she kind of gets a bunch of information before shit really cracks off. Like, she told us about RSV before it cracked off. She told us about like this wild whatever. But she sends us this crazy big family message on Facebook. And it looks like what the fuck is it? What is that shit? Like a chain letter? Some shit like that? Yeah. So like I'm not really paying attention to it, but I double back, like I want to say February. And the message is fucked up. Hey, there's a massive virus that's gonna come and it's gonna fuck shit up for a while. There may be lockdowns. And I'm telling you, like, the message literally had everything that happened verbatim.
Really?
Dead ass.
So she works for the government.
At that point, yeah.
She was in the White House.
What? CIA.
She knows what's going down.
FDA.
Yeah.
The whole shit. Now she works in the fucking nursing home, dog. And she sent us that message and nobody took it serious. And then I was watching the news and like, shit was getting real, but it was St. Patty's weekend. I'm not sure if you remember that time.
Oh, I remember very well. The Thursday before everything shut down, I was DJing. Dog, I was working.
I'm a hip hop kid. Dap. What? Shake your hand. I'll do that shit multiple times. Oh, we agree? Dap.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see her over there? That's crazy. Dap.
Yeah.
You about to leave twice? Dap. And like, dog, I went from shaking up with motherfuckers to giving elbows. And then like...
You were an Air 5 guy.
What? No, from over there. Don't cough though. Like, I was so fucking scared of COVID shit, dog. On Amazon, they were delivering fucking hazmat suits. So I have like a size for me and wifey in the basement still chilling.
Come on.
Dead ass.
You had that bitch on?
What? No.
You never put it on?
I know. I just bought them.
Okay.
I just thought shit was going to get worse.
All right.
So that's what I'm saying. I was fucking petrified.
I was really scared for like a week or two. And my brother got COVID. Like first motherfucker I knew to get COVID.
The shit that scared me the most, Northwestern was the first, and this one fucked me up, was the first hospital in the country to do a lung transplant because of COVID. And they showed what the fuck the lungs look like. Undercooked chicken. Ew. Why do my lungs look like that? That's crazy. That's what COVID did to you. COVID was undercooking your shit?
Yo, come on.
Dog, I didn't want to interact with nobody. I don't give a fuck if you got sinuses, allergies. Please keep that shit over there.
Yeah.
Nah, that shit fucked me up. And then when y'all dipped, I was like, dog, y'all are my fucking heroes. Because it was a bunch of my homies who either turned expats or dipped. I had a homie from Milwaukee. This motherfucker started selling juice. Like, he went down to Atlanta and fucking Miami just selling like ginger shots.
He's probably rich as fuck now.
No. Respect. You know what I'm saying? No. But like the homie went down there. I had a couple of homegirls move to Colombia and Mexico City. Motherfuckers just left the country. And when I was like, yo, doesn't he know he's getting ready to go into the fucking hotbed of COVID? And like, man, you still alive, dog. You must have came out well on at least on one portion of that shit.
I came out well for sure. There was a certain point that hit after I knew multiple people that got it, and I'm a big podcast consumer. I'm listening to a lot of.
You listen to my boy Joe, huh?
I was listening to Joe.
Nasty ass Joe. That's my boy though.
To a lot of
herd immunity, bitch.
Non-mainstream media. And like what it really boiled down to for me was like, there's so much information going this way. There's so much information going this way. I'm going to go with what I see and hear and know. And like, you know, I'm in Houston, Texas, bro, and I'm walking over alive homeless people to get to the Starbucks from the apartment that I was renting.
For sure.
And I'm like, if this motherfucker's out here not dead, I'm good. The way that they're talking, there should be dead bodies lining the streets.
All right.
And like, it's not that. So I'm like, it's not that.
So,
okay.
For sure.
I'll go outside.
In black media at that time, though, when that shit first hit, apparently black people couldn't get it. And it was some stupid woke motherfucker, dog, that was projecting this shit. I won't say his name. But
Sean King?
Nah, not him. Too light. Clip that. Anyway, I forgot dude's name on purpose. But he said some shit like black people couldn't get COVID, and then like months later, dog. I'm not sure. Have you ever been to Detroit?
I've never been to Detroit. I fucking love Royce the 5'9" is my favorite rapper. I love Detroit hip hop.
Shout out to Elzai too.
Elzai is the beast, bro, and I've never been.
I strongly suggest changing that.
I need to go.
Detroit it still has space for growth, and that's the thing that makes it fire. Like you'll go. All right, there's this anyway. In Detroit, there's this place called Belle Isle. Belle Isle is probably one of the most popular land masses in Detroit.
Wait, Bel Air?
Belle Isle.
Oh, Belle Isle. Sorry.
And so, if you listen to Bodie James?
Oh yeah.
You heard the song Giant Slide?
I don't know if
that was on the one with Alchemist. That was the second one that they did. I think it was The Price of Tea in China.
I probably heard it then. Big Alchemist Bodie James fan.
For sure. Well, the Giant Slide was in Belle Isle. I don't want to fuck up the name. I want to call him Beluga, but that's like a whale. But they also had these boats out there. But it's a big ass park that everybody used to go to, still goes to this day.
Wait, Boblo Boat?
Boblo Boat. Yeah.
That's Royce and Cole, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And like that's where all that shit used to crack off at. You had motherfuckers out there on boats. You had motherfuckers fishing. You just had people kicking it at Belle Isle. That's just where things happened at. And so one of the things that happened during COVID, my mom still lives in Detroit, like up the street from Belle Isle. And they had all these massive posters of all the people who died from Detroit from COVID.
Just posted up there. Like as a memorial or as like a warning?
As a memorial, but like partial warning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so for me, like she's showing me shit like on video and I'm like, oh, I'm Gucci.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll see you bitch ass niggas later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And honestly, looking back, bro, no regrets, but like living through it in the moment, so scary, right? Scary. I'm never going to be able to DJ again.
Yeah.
How am I going to work? How am I going to live? This and that. All these thoughts are going through my head. But in reality, bro, I'm getting $900 a week from the government free. I'm playing video games all day.
Talk that subsidized living shit.
All day, all night with my boys, my family, my brother, my best friends, just laughing, getting high as fuck, eating edibles, government money.
Bro.
It was, looking back, that was the best time of my fucking life, bro.
I can't hold you, bro. I went straight edge up until the fucking, actually a little bit before the pandemic. And then when we went legal in 2020, I was buying all the overpriced weed, all the dry overpriced weed from Chicago. Shout out to Ascend. You know what I'm saying? Not sponsored. You know what I'm saying? But like all the super dry ass weed and everything. That's what really kicked this shit off because I was like, hey, dog, I need this time to go by differently.
Yeah.
Like this shit has to feel funner than this.
I was getting high as fuck.
That's dope.
Watching Ozark with my girlfriend at the time.
That's dope.
Little pandemic.
Ozark
partner.
And what else? Like what's the double? Because I know there had to be some super girly shit that you was watching.
Did we watch girly shit? We were watching Ozark, I remember, was big. And
did you ever fuck with Newsroom?
No, is that Steve Carell? Or that's Julia Louis-Dreyfus, right? From Seinfeld?
I don't even know white people like that. I don't want to lie to you.
That was like the whitest name ever.
For sure. But it was I'm working on it though, one day at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, Newsroom was really dope. But nah, go ahead. My bad. So we had Ozark, and what else was y'all vibe and shit like that? I
can't remember anything girly, bro. I mean, I was just kicking it with like, I feel like pandemic, everyone reverted back to their roots, like family and your fucking childhood friends.
For sure.
Even like those boys that have been your boys since high school or middle school
that you might have lost contact with.
You don't really talk to often, but like at that time, I was kicking it with them like every day, every night, smoking hookahs in the backyard, lighting fucking fires, all that shit. It was amazing.
All right. So the thing that fucked me up with the pandemic, DJ wise, was being in step with people. Being that you were active, did you get a chance to see anything change over that time? Like in terms of trends, in terms of like what was cracking at that time. So like the time window being March of 2020 till like the end of the lockdown type shit.
It's tough for me to say because I went to a different place. So everything changed for me. Okay. I had no, everything I was comparing what I knew to.
Oh, so style of DJing changed for you too then, huh?
Style of DJing, the crowds, everything, the music, all that shit was just different.
I know, well, all right, because from what I understand, Houston is fairly diverse, but it's still kind of segregated. So, like, who are you functioning with out there? Like, in terms of, like, who are you playing next to? What kind of rooms were you doing? You know what I'm saying?
So, I was doing Bottle Blonde 4 nights a week when I first got there.
But I'm guessing it's different crowd than it is here.
Different crowd, yeah. It's definitely more hood. Like, the culture of Houston itself. Like, just a more hood culture. Like, they throw money at people like you're in the strip club at the bars. Like, doing that That's here... True. Girls would get mad about that.
For sure.
Bottle service girls would be like, yo, what the fuck? I'm not picking that up. I'm not a stripper. Like, that's disrespectful. Over there, that's what you do. You throw money at bitches, whether they're strippers or not.
Were they having bottle wars and shit or not?
Bottle wars, yeah, but that was the famous bottle war video that went super viral online is from Houston.
Okay.
But I think that was like more of a...
I think that was like between cities and shit like that.
Urban night. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't really where I was at. You kind of got to get established before
you can
get into that lane. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And also, I don't know if I got the mic work for that shit. Like the motherfuckers out there, Mr. Rogers and all those motherfuckers that are doing those big rooms and shit, camp and all that.
Yeah.
They're nice on the mic. And you got to kind of be able to talk to black women like you're black. Like talking about their weaves and shit.
For sure. Yeah,
I feel like I get yelled at for that shit.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can for sure see that. But that's like anything now. Like, bro, do you realize that you had like white women on lock for a while? Like just putting stickers on chicks?
Yeah.
But like you had to know the context for that shit. All you needed to do was just go kick it around some black women.
I mean, I definitely...
you wouldn't have been able to apply stickers and shit, but you would know what the fuck 4C is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I had a black girlfriend back in the day, and I remember asking...
that black girlfriend shit, bro.
I remember asking her... like how... I was like, how do you wash your weave? Like, do you guys put it in the washer? And she was like... first of all, she started laughing so hard and like told her whole family about it and shit.
For sure. for sure. This motherfucker think I watch with Clorox. All right. Yeah, for sure. That's hilarious. That's tight.
And her dad hated me.
Why would you do?
Just because I was white.
You had to do some bullshit though.
No, bro.
You had to like...
I was 19 years old.
You bring some shit with raisins through the crib?
No, bro. I was at the crib the most quiet, slow moving, polite. I didn't say nothing. I'm pretty shy in general, especially around like
people you don't know.
People I don't know and like older, like anyone who I could potentially offend that I don't want to.
For sure.
I'm not saying shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, no, thank you, please. That's it.
He ain't fuck with you, huh?
He wasn't fucking with me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Next time.
She was hot though.
That was dope. She was decent.
Super decent. Real hot.
That's fine. I love that for you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
For sure. Damn.
Nah, I did put a couple stickers on some black women, But it was,
I don't feel like that shit hit the same.
It was a little more scary asking a black chick because I didn't want to get smacked.
For sure.
That's potential for getting smacked.
For sure. And then you also have to think about, like, does she really have hands? You feel me? Like,
I'm not trying to fight back.
No. You're just going to get beat the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to have to run.
Like, you don't know if she grew up with brothers and shit. Respect.
Yeah.
You did the right thing. Nah, but like, all right. I opened up for Sean Mack one time, and I heard all this super negative bullshit about dog. I'm opening up for him at Prism. My homie, shout out to Mark Fuller.
Mark Fuller. I remember that guy.
Old promoter, like old DJ. I don't want to call him OG. He's an OG.
Yeah,
He's an OG. That's the homie. He had me open up for him because he used to come to Revel, fuck with me super heavy. He was like, yo, you do shit in the room like this special. I want you to come rock my party. So I opened up for Envy, I opened up for Sean Mack. And Sean Mack did this shit that I learned why you do mic work. Like it was a like a fucking masterclass in mic work. All right, at that time, I still have the fucking DS1 Denon box. I don't have Club Kit at that time.
Yeah.
So I got to plug this shit up.
Unhook the RCAs.
Unhook the RCAs, all this other goofy shit. And fun fact, wasn't going well.
Yeah, normally doesn't in a switch over.
Nah, not while I'm nervous.
Yeah.
It looks stupid.
You plug the ins into the outs. You flip the whites and the reds.
Bruh. And on top of that, it sounds like I put it in a phono.
Yeah.
It sounds really bad.
Yeah.
The whole room's looking at me like I'm fucking stupid. We finally fixed the sound. Cool. But at that point, I'm already 20 minutes in. I am what? Bombing.
Yeah.
My boy comes through. I finally get the last 20 minutes. We rocking. He comes through. We're trying to set him up. He says, fuck it. Cuts everything. Yo, if you're 20 years old in the motherfucking building right now, make some noise. If you're 30 years old right now in the motherfucking building, make some noise. And he's doing a fucking demographic check.
Yeah.
Easy, right? I'm like, all right. Motherfucker doing the demographic check. Like, all right, whatever. Bro proceeds to start beatboxing and then blends in. And I'm sorry if I'm telling like your sauce or whatever the case may be, but like, he finds out the majority of the room, it's like maybe 35, 40 or some shit like that. It's like, starts beatboxing and then plays Just a Friend by fucking Mario and the room goes insane. Because he's beatboxing on time.
Right.
And then the song actually starts, if you know how the fucking Just a Friend shit goes. And the room erupts. And he has the room erupting for the whole time that he's on. And it's all mic work.
Yeah, and while he was doing the demographic check, he was probably setting his shit up at the same time.
Absolutely. And as soon as it was finally a go, went crazy.
That's G shit. That's real. That's like what separates a professional from like an aspiring professional.
Absolutely.
Is when you see some shit like that. Like I've seen shit like that when I'm opening up for people and I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Like I got to be able to do that.
For sure.
You know?
Like, cause shit, we used to go out to New York all the time, like go do shows and shit. And on our off times, you know what I'm saying, you go catch Ali Shaheed Muhammad, or we caught Just Blaze at the shit called Mobile Mondays. Are you familiar at all?
Mobile Mondays?
Mobile Mondays? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So it's all vinyl. So it's DJ Misbehavior, Just Blaze, a couple other people. But I'm literally sitting there watching him play like Jersey House.
All vinyl.
All vinyl. All vinyl. So much so that the record skips. He uses the echo, turns that bitch on 100%, picks up the needle, cleans it off, drops it back down on beat.
Oh,
Castle was there for that shit. Castle was right there with me when that shit happened.
That's nuts.
Fucked me up.
That's nuts.
Fucked me up, but it was one of those moments where you get a chance to see, all right, cool, this is what the fuck mic work can do. There's like, there are these certain pieces of DJing that you only learn in person. Like Timbuktu was a god to me.
Bro, yes.
Tim was a motherfucking god to me, bro.
Yes.
Like, in terms of being able to flip records, there was a time he used to have the 5 p.m. Mix show and shit. And I used to, like a fucking fanboy, dog, used to tweet that motherfucker all the time. And this is back, like, early Twitter, when you had to, like, copy and shit to retweet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then, like, have enough characters to do it. Anyway, it was the first time I didn't feel the BPM. And I know the record's BPMs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was the first person to ever do that for me. He was the first person that I thought I was killing a room, and he went in, mic work again, and played a record that had been falling flat for me, which is I Get Money.
50 Cent?
Yep.
Yeah.
It had been falling super flat for me at that time. We were at Angels and Kings. He comes through and he's like, yo, if you in this motherfucker celebrating your birthday tonight, make some fucking noise. And mind you, his voice is way cooler than mine.
Tim did have that deep ass voice.
What? And like, he knew how to turn that shit on.
Yeah.
And he was super exact. But he was a couple of the motherfuckers that made me want to DJ. Like, I would go watch him, Jay Illa, 33 and the Third, Torre, Bounce Castle, and I would just go sit by the booth and just be like, what the fuck are you doing? How did you do that? But he came in there, dog, and when I tell you the record I Get Money was one of my favorite records because I was a big 50 Cent fan, and that shit just wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
When I played it, it kind of let me know, like, oh nah, it's just different. He did like a birthday shout out. Yo, if you celebrate your motherfucking birthday tonight right now, make some motherfucking noise. Oh, you got $50 in your pocket right now, make some motherfucking noise. You just got paid this Friday, make some motherfucking noise. And then I get money.
Yeah.
Whole fucking room went crazy.
I was just talking about this. Every song has like an optimal mix-in point to get the most energy out of it as possible.
Absolutely.
And like listening to 33 and a Third on WGCI, I was listening religiously. I was driving, delivering for Jimmy John's, and I'd have fucking WGCI on, listen to the 5 o'clock mix all the time, Timbuktu. Yeah. And then 33 and a Third like came back. He like used to do radio or something, and then he started to like come back onto WGCI, fill in for Tim, and like then have his own mix show and shit. I don't know what the logistics of that were, but I started to hear him, and he would mix records in, like he mix into Fancy from like the end where it goes into that like slow kind of melodic, no drums, Drake singing, like he'd mix in at that back point and then bring it back to the top and get the most fucking energy out of that record that you possibly could. Yeah. And I'm like, you gotta, like, every record has the right mix point. Like if you have an intro edit of Drake, Nice for What? Yeah. It's not gonna do nothing, bro.
It misses.
Well, you're taking energy out of that song. You gotta drop that bitch from the top.
But that's if you have hands, and I don't think a lot of people have hands now.
You better get some hands if you're trying to get the maximum.
Cause like, I remember trying to blend Toast by Coffee.
I don't know if I know it.
I'm not gonna sing it because
just
I'm
hum
not
it for me. Just give me a little something.
That's fine. And it's just for the plus. Attitude is a must. Yeah, something else. Anyway, I did it. Clip that. Anyway, but like, if you don't play that shit from the top, you're just not gonna get it.
Yeah.
Like, that was my favorite shit about when I learned about the fuck are they called, bro? The Hot Mix 5?
Yeah.
The house DJs? The house DJs that used to be here? I can't remember.
Terry Hunter.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But like, they used to reconstruct those records. They knew the cue points so well.
Right.
That like, it was almost like a Terry Hunter version of the of a certain house record, like the ooh ee, that shit, with all the moans and shit on it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I remember trying to play the fucking Percolator, and then like somebody walking up to me and be like, "Yo, you know we've never heard this part, right?"
That's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I'm just thinking, because that's just how I'm thinking you play house. Like, yo, dog, you just play this shit all the way through.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you would learn. There was a special thing going on in clubs at the time where motherfuckers really knew records inside and out. And they might have just had that record for like 2 to 3 days. But like, Give It To Me at the top of the record sounds stupid as fuck. Because if you're not coming from a song that has a certain vibe, I literally just go in the same song. Like that last verse. Same song. I'm all around the world for... And then I'll go back to the top.
Yeah.
Like being able to just kind of skip around the different verses and shit. Or the first time that Big Sean actually had like a big feature, I heard Tim Still in This Bitch. And it was like, all these ratchet hoes saying shit. At least I ain't broke, ho. Play that shit back. Ran that shit back at least 10 times, bro. In the room sang it every time.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Tim was a fucking beast, bro.
Absolutely. God bless, man.
Yeah. I'm mad that I didn't bring up any questions about Tim for Boy Genius, but
yeah, that was the person to get it from.
I could barely get any questions in with that motherfucker. He smoked a joint, it was off to the races. It was over.
Yeah. Shout out. Hey, I listen to that shit. Like, Boy Genius. All right, here's the thing about Boy Genius, and I feel like people don't really. I think people credit his skill properly, but I don't think people credit his brain, his fucking mind properly.
Yeah.
All the shit that you may hear today is gonna sound crazy now. In 6 months, sound absolutely right. That's just a rule of thumb for me with Boy Genius.
Okay. Yeah. You let it marinate.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because he has a confidence that scares other people.
Yeah. He definitely has knowledge and knows what he's talking about. Absolutely. And has the skills to back it all up.
Absolutely.
That's not even a question.
It's not even well, that's the thing though. You can be so smart that you seem crazy to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not necessarily understand what you're talking about. Like, quick, and I know we're kind of running on time, but like...
Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
God damn.
Diamond Cut's computer crashed on the last episode. That was too long.
Facts.
So subscribe to the Patreon so we can get this man a new computer.
That part, man. Let's get new laptops on this bitch, you feel me? But, nah, dog, like... What were we just talking about? I just fucking blanked.
You were talking about Boy Genius and how his knowledge scares people.
That overground shit that he talks about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It happens for a bunch of different people, right? A bunch of different artists of various classes or whatever the case may be. But like, there's character building. So who's like your favorite rapper?
Royce 5'9".
Royce the 5'9". There's a character. There's certain items that go along with Royce the 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
There's certain places that you see when you hear of Royce the 5'9". There's either be cocaine or either be certain songs that you remember. There's certain things that place you there. There's world building. And a lot of times, because we like fucking placate to so many people, that we kind of forget that there's a world that you build as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
So like when you hear shit about like the overground, yeah, bro. After you get done playing, bro, there's no fucking royalty for your shit. There's no additional monies that you're going to make after this fucking set is over. So it's in your best interest to world build while you're doing that shit so you can have things to later sell. Either be fucking merch, either be like the sticker shit was fire. That was a part of world building. Hey, if you come see me, it's going to be fun. It's going to be women here. It's going to be kind of wild. It's going to be a vibe, though. That's part of world building. My guess is, dog, had you started shirts, and I think you did?
Hats. I sold a lot of hats.
Hats and shit? Yeah. Dog, that's a part of world building. That's the thing that pays you after the job is over.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when you hear him talk about the overground shit, there's like, no, dog, there's this world that I have, and it's on Twitch. But this particular thing is going to pay me afterward, dog, because it's subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of shit that happens along with it. There's a world. There's if he was, like, say, for instance, if he was more artistic or maybe even had a connection to a person that built dolls, Boy Genius would be out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But again, You gonna hear that shit that day. You gonna be like, bro, I'm getting paid in the fucking club. I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then that one thing happens. Yeah, one fallout happens where it's a little dry. And you be like, all right, now I see what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah. No, he definitely knows what he's talking about.
For sure. It just comes across differently. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. Like, that's my dog for real.
Yeah. But, well, let's move over to the Patreon. I got to take a piss, maybe even a little shit, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
You know, we keep it honest here.
Absolutely. Let it mix. You know what I mean?
So yeah, thank you for doing this, and we're gonna go on Patreon. You got your, what is that? The friend? What's the
EP? I actually brought two things, man. I brought my MPC 1000, and I brought my EP 133.
Hell yeah! I'm excited about, because I want to hear your beats, and I want to be able to like ask you questions about them. And if you're down, we could get high before too. Could be cool.
I'm not mad at it.
Could be cool.
Just saying.
Yeah. So thank you very much for doing this. This is an amazing conversation.
For sure.
Definitely got to have you back on, and I want to talk more DJ shit. I want to talk more underground hip hop shit. I want to talk more Chicago shit. Like, we kind of just scratched the surface of a bunch of shit.
Absolutely.
You know?
For sure.
I want to have you on with Castle, actually. It would be sick.
I would love that.
Yeah, me too.
I would absolutely love that. I'm super down for that.
Hell yeah. All right. So any last words, and then we'll wrap it up.
Last words.
Let's go, champ. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube. Drop a little comment on the video. Throw us a like. Algorithm activating activity. That's what we like over here. We'll see you next time.
Well, all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. Use a lie.